Hi, everyone. This is Bud Rebel, and I'm with the Bud Rebel Show, as you know. I'm interviewing Jessica Jarosz, and I'm very excited. She's a singer, she's a musician, she's an actress, she's an up and coming star in many ways. Jessica, it's a pleasure to have you on the show today.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be here.
That's great. Now, Jessica, can you tell us what kind of music genre you would you consider yourself?
I would say I'm pop alternative. I like to mix different sounds and genres into kind of this one beautiful genre. So I would definitely say pop alternative.
Cool. And when did you get started performing with me? How did you decide this is what you want to do?
I saw Annie on Broadway when I was about 8, maybe younger than that. No, I was younger than that for sure, maybe 6. And I just never stopped singing after that. I didn't really know I wanted to make music until high school, though. So I started actually making music and, performing a little bit. And yeah, so I think my whole life, basically, I've always been singing.
The question is how this career is so tough. You gotta. It's funny you mentioned the show Annie.
Yeah,
Tomorrow the sun will come up in the whole 9 yards.
yeah.
What separates Jessica from the other musicians out there?
It's hard to say because there's so much like these artists that make music and they love it, and I feel like I have that same exact passion and that love for music that when I'm there it feels like home, and I know many artists feel that way. What makes me different, I think, how much I want it and love it. I know today's day and age there's so many opportunities to rise and to become a star, but at the end of the day I know that if nothing came of it I would still love it at the end of the day. So that's what maybe separates me a little bit more.
I think that actually makes you an artist. Because an
Yeah,
artist wants to make music or wants to draw a picture or be performing because they just want to get their message out. In a sense, that must make you an artist, and hopefully that's why your music will come out. Now, this you write your own songs and the whole 9 yards, or you have someone help you out with that?
I do. So I just have, a bunch of songs in my notes. I'll be driving, think of lyrics, and I'll record voice memos and just kind of keep track that way. Sometimes I have writers collab on certain songs. In the studio, my producer will help with certain lyrics if I can't figure out something. It's kind of like a team effort, but I always have the building blocks in my phone or on pieces of paper scattered around my house.
So
So
you
I'm
work,
always writing.
you have like a band with you also, or is it just how's that?
So I work with a producer, Mike Levinson. He makes a lot of my music, and then I've worked with other producers as well. I feel like I'm more of an independent artist, so I'll collab with producers and engineers and things like that. Um, but yeah, so I think I'm more independent right now, anyways.
Can you put us through the process of what it's like to write a song? Meaning, like all of a
Yeah,
sudden, idea gets in your head, and in general, how long, what, how it comes together.
of course. So there's a couple different ways. I think my favorite way is just when you're having a day. I write my best when I'm in more of a darker or sad place or something happens. It's funny because I can be so happy and no words will come, but when I'm sad, I feel like I'll think of something that's happening and I'll just keep building off of that. And it's crazy how beautiful something so beautiful can come from a sad place or an angry place or a dark place. And then it brings a lot of healing doing that as well.
So I'm saying your average, let's say you have a thought in your day, you had a bad day. How long does
Mm,
it take for that song to be established in general? Like, what's the
yeah.
longest it took? What's the longest it took to get the thought in your head to a song to the shortest? Would you say?
The shortest, I probably wrote one in like 10 minutes. I had
Wow,
everything laid out.
you were in a
It's
really
funny.
bad mood then.
Yeah, right, right. Right. So, and then I could write a song, half of a song today, and then finish it 6 months later. It really just depends. But my favorite and the best songs happen like this. It's usually like a 20-minute period, 20 to 30 minutes. And I have it basically laid out and just have to tweak things when I go to the studio.
Now, there's a new up and coming star that I know of, Olivia Rodrigo. I think
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just impressed. She's like, I don't know how young you are, but I was like, I don't know where she came from. And all of a sudden, she's like 5 songs in the top 20 every other week.
Yeah.
Is that some? What do you feel about her as an artist?
I
And
think,
is that something similar to like type of music? I know she does a little alt and pop. I'm just curious how
yeah.
you see that.
Yeah, I know she has an acting career. She was on that High School Musical series
That
for
helps out a little
Disney.
bit.
Yeah, yeah. And I didn't watch it because I had the older version of High School Musical. I'm a little bit older than she is. She's what, 17, 18 years old now, and it's incredible to see how far she's come in the industry in such a short amount of time. I think that just comes from, you know, you have to be at the right place at the right time and work extra hard. And I think she did both. She was at the right place and she just put in the work, and it showed in her album, of course. And I love her alt mix. It reminds me of Paramore, Avril Lavigne mixed into like modern pop, and it's really fun, and I love it. I definitely have. I went through a breakup, and her album helped me a lot.
Wow.
So yeah, she's awesome.
Stupid guy. That's to tell you that much.
Right, right. Lots of stupid
I
guys.
got a good song for you, "Stupid Guy." I think it came out. Uh, so what artist inspires you now? Would you say, well, what act was a musician that really inspires you the most? That you'd like to say, I want to be that like them a little bit. Would you say?
A little bit. I always have a place in my heart for Ariana Grande. I love her. I think she can open her mouth and just sound like an angel, and I'm like, wow, that's amazing. She just can make any song sound amazing, and she's so hardworking. I admire her work ethic and her marketing and the way she carries herself. So I definitely say her.
So do you do this full time, or do you have another job to make ends meet? You might
I
say.
help run my dad's business. Well, my grandfather started it, and my dad's starting to retire. So it's a little bit of me taking up bigger responsibilities right now and helping with the family business. Not sure if it's what I want to do super long term, but I'm enjoying it, and I love spending time with my dad, and my brother also works there as well. So
I
lots
think
of
it
family
helps out
time.
a little bit because it gives you a little reality check. Sometimes I bet you came. Do you ever come up with it? You probably come up with a song once in a while from that too.
Yeah. I'll be sitting there at work and just inspiration hits creatively, and I'm like, I'm working, not now. It's like type
I
of
don't
thing.
want to put you in a bad spot, so tell me if you am. But you're mentioning how when a sad moment brings up a song to you,
Yeah.
can you tell the audience about something like that if you don't mind it? You don't as much as you can without any names, whatever you feel like.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm super open. I feel like we all go through our own battles and face our own storms, and it's important to be open about them as you feel comfortable. And I've shared these, so I feel comfortable. Um, I mean, obviously, we all go through heartbreak, so those are definitely hard times for everyone. Everyone can understand that type of pain. But I did go through a lot of family things for most of my life, so. Um, you know, my parents got divorced and things that just started happening one thing after another for a couple years of my life during college. It was just one thing after another, and it had been a buildup, but you have to learn how to handle, you know, traumatic things in life and also function and still live and not kind of give up in those moments, but keep pushing forward. And those times definitely taught me to like just keep pushing forward because you know you can't give up and things do get better and everything is temporary. So yeah, a lot of inspiration struck in those days as well. I would just write a bunch of songs and pour myself into work in school and never give up. So
Oh my
that's
gosh,
my
Jessica, this reminds me of a quick story.
sure.
Reasons I'm wearing this shirt today. I know I'm interviewing you,
I
but
want to hear it.
I got to tell you this story.
Sure.
5 years ago, I went to a car race with my friend, and after COVID, I didn't go and whatever. I went this year. And when I went that year, a guy that I really wanted to win won, and it was very unlikely. There's a 30 drivers there. This year, that same driver was in like, I don't know, 20th place. And he started itching him way up to the race, all the way up.
Yeah.
And then he was in first place. And then all of a sudden, I don't know if you know much of cars, but all his gears broke. All he had was the fourth gear. So he was in really bad shape.
Oh
And it
wow.
looked like it was impossible. And at the end, he pulled it through. So I say a lot of life's lessons can be learned in a car track because you're
Yeah.
consistent, you keep trying, you keep pushing ahead. When all the odds are against you, you keep going against that wall. and you don't let anything bother you, stay straight, you can really get through to the finish line, you might say.
Right, right,
You just don't know, like you were saying, you don't know like something's gonna go in your way, like as you said before, a divorce or something horrible. It's not your fault, but it
right.
hits you, and then you just could either be stuck in that moment and slow down, or you could just try to push forward. And I think you show that you can push forward through a lot of those struggles.
Right. And it doesn't mean that we aren't allowed to have those bad days and, hurt, but at a certain point, it's, you have to, the hard work is in the healing. And I've always said that, like, I made sure I think mental health is super important. And I saw a counselor throughout that time, and I really prioritized my mental health because things get really tough and we have to take precautions and manage that.
I really appreciate talking about that, going to counsel and taking the time to talk about that, because a lot of people still to this day are afraid to go out and get the professional help they need. It's really important,
Right,
especially as a young person, that we do that.
right.
In my age group, it was all you had to just tough it up. You didn't,
Right. I know. I've heard that. My parents said that. My grandparents said that. And, my grandmother will still be like, toughen up. It's okay. You're still walking and breathing. And I'm like,
right.
yeah, but I'm really sad. But yeah, my family always encouraged, mental health and seeking the help that you need as it comes. My college really emphasized that you don't need to be going through something bad even to go to counseling and to talk and to just have a check-in once in a while.
Right. That's great. Now, Jessica, tell us about the music you're producing now, the new album that you have, or tell me about it. When is it coming out? Is it out? We have new songs coming out. Tell me a little about it.
So I have a lot of unfinished work. I have almost a full EP done. I plan on releasing a single in October with a video and stuff. And then probably within the next few months after that, there'll be a bigger project out. So I'd say, wintertime would be a bigger project.
Okay. And we can hear your music right now, like a YouTube channel, right? Where we can hear if people want to hear yours.
Yes, you can hear it anywhere. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. It's just under my name, Jessica Jarosz. I'm sure there will be a little icon or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. My question is though, they tell me, I just found out we're working on something very exciting. I can't talk about it now, but it's very exciting. And the biggest thing is, honestly, I hate to say, it's who you know.
Right.
A lot of times your music, I don't know how you get recognized. There's so much stuff that you could have the greatest, and I don't want to be distracting. I don't want to be that person, but how can you get your music out to the people that would love to hear it when there's so much clutter going around? How will they know that yours exists? And how you do that as a marketing campaign? Because people tell me there's a huge amount of money you have to do just for marketing.
Right.
So how would you plan to get your music into the ears of those who want to hear it?
Right. I think there's a lot of avenues now. Every social media has opportunities to promote things. TikTok's got a really great algorithm for, I don't want to say nobodies, but the like people who are, just making work and no one's really seeing it. I know that there's like playlists that I submit songs to that are heard by thousands and things like that. So you start circulating your work into some really talented artists. There's so many avenues. And like you said, yeah, it's who you know. If I knew someone at a big record label and that connection was there, I'm sure I'd have, a more clear path. But I do have a lot of different paths right now, and I'm choosing to kind of take all of them and hope for the best.
That's really great. That's very impressive that you're going in that direction and pushing yourself through the battles ahead, you might say, and you have a great attitude with it. Is you show the videos that you're going to be producing? Are they just straight cuts, or are you going to do like acting in it? I heard you're also a little bit of an actress on the side.
I love doing skits and music videos, either at the beginning or the end, or both. Just little skits. My Christmas song, we did a few little Christmas skits, the beginning and the end of that music video, which was super fun because I do love acting as well as music, and going hand in hand, music videos are a perfect opportunity to do both. So I hope that I can do that more.
I heard, Jessica, your music is in a short film, actually. You were performing in a film, is that correct?
Yes, the Spider-Man series, there was like a short cameo of me performing one of my own songs. So that should be fun.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right, Jessica, so again, tell everyone how they can find your music again and where they can see it, please.
Yeah, sure. You can find me anywhere, Jessica Jarosz, and Apple Music, Spotify, whatever platform you have, Amazon Music, YouTube, whatever. It's everywhere, so you can find me.
Jessica Jarosz, 5 years from now, where do we see you?
I see me living my life, being present moment to moment and doing what I love. I'm still going to be doing music and I'm still going to be acting and I'm probably still going to be working and hopefully settling down and having my own place. And I'm excited to do that. Um,
Yeah. All
and
right.
just, yeah.
Jessica, that's a great attitude. You're not expecting the whole world, but you love it as an artist, and we wish you all the best, Jessica Rose. It's been a pleasure to have you on the show. God bless. Keep up the good work, and we plan to be listening to you in the near future.
Thank
Thank
you so much. Thank you for having me.